Head for the desert! We're almost done. We already have all of Shadow's upgrades, and now we have a surplus of rings that we don't need.
You still need to tell me more about Shadow and Sonic Boom, though.
I'll show you the trailer when we're done.
Okay.
I don't know too much has been revealed about it. Travis follows stuff around Sonic Boom.
They showed his design, right?
I believe that's what it was.
How the hell does his hairstyle work with the taller body?
No idea. Alright, so I've sent word to the gods to let you pass through the entrance to the desert. Please use it at your convenience. I love how this mayor just gives people, oh, you want to go to the desert? Sure. Just go anytime. Use it at your convenience. Never mind the fact that this desert has sand that if you even so much as step in it, you die.
Also, never mind the fact that you're traveling through glass portals. I don't know how this works either.
Yep.
The stairs is the worst, and it plays like one of the biggest roles in the final story, which is fucking terrible.
Don't remind me, I practiced final story yesterday. This was the worst out of it. I'll get more into that when we get to final story, ladies and gentlemen.
Still terrible.
Yeah, I know, I love how it's going like, he's seeking any Chaos Emerald he can find. Yeah, there's 7 of them. We've only showed like 4. There's still 3 unaccounted for. What was with that jittery moment he was doing?
He was wanking his invisible dong because he knows he's gonna wreck Iblis, not Iblis, Mephiles so hard.
But he doesn't even get used in the final boss for Shadow.
I know.
Which, we might as well just go Sonic Heroes on us. God damn it, they're following me. They're following me. Might as well go Sonic Heroes.
Except for the fact they only gave Rouge 1 attack, and Omega 1 attack.
Just give me back my Thunder Shoot. It's broken as hell. Get that thing to level 2, you can end up you can literally destroy the Egg Emperor in 30 seconds with of the boss fight with Thunder Shoot, if you know how to do it.
And yay, hovercraft.
Hovercraft and flying through these things. For some odd reason, they decided, since you don't have Elise to carry you over the desert, you have to do this. This shows how much fun the hovercraft is doing, because it goes over dunes like something that's not fun. Why do we have a fucking Doom Buggy? Oh, right, this is the sand that if you so much as step in it, you die. That seems to be plaguing this desert.
It's basically water sand at this point.
It is actually the water texture just painted to be sand. This is actually the water texture.
With the water physics, too.
No, this is just the physics of the game. This is just the physics of the game, Michael. This is just how this game plays. Which is why I'm not even holding the X button. I'm tapping it. I'm Superman 64ing this. I'm Superman 64ing this. There's no such thing as 2 worse control for me because I am used to playing Superman 64. That makes me very sad to have to say that.
Did you beat that game, by the way?
No, I'm actually getting glitches that are happening.
Oh, so it's impossible to beat.
It's my cartridge is the problem. My cartridge is fucking up after the 3rd ride, and it's causing it that I can't get past the 3rd ride, and there's 7 rides total in the game. So, a ride is the rank flying missions, by the way.
That's a terrible thing to name it.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of shocked when I found out it was called the 3rd ride as well. And you know what's even better? Despite it being a cartridge, you can't save the game directly on the cartridge. You need to have one of those N64 memory card packs. You can't.
Wow.
You can't save the game unless you have a memory card pack.
That really is truly one of the worst games ever. Then.
No, Aquaman is. I can say without a shadow of a doubt, Aquaman is worse.
Yeah, because that one's just boring. Straight up.
Yeah, that one's just straight up boring. Superman has more mission variety than Aquaman, and music variety. There are 3 tracks in Aquaman. There are 3 tracks.
At least you were able to beat the game.
I was done. I was tempted to break the thing in half. Anyway, now into the section that is used in multiplayer for Dusty Desert. I didn't want to do this anyway. I didn't lose any points anyway. I get more points inside this area. I get more points inside this area than I do outside. Plus, I have more than enough lives to where if I got a game over, something would be wrong with me. 10 Iblis creatures. Still in a time in which Iblis is not free.
Well, the golem was like, I'm gonna fuck you up dead.
Yep. These things are cute. They think they can hit me.
have to be careful not to get caught up in this.
The sand wave. So
Oh.
epic sounding. I've got this rock. Ow.
Yep, saw that coming.
Yeah, I know. No.
Get caught in the sand wave. What a baddie.
Right, and up right here. Up right here. And punch. Or kick.
Get a ring. Now you're guaranteed to not die in one hit.
There we go. And suddenly changing to...
Omega's
oh,
crotch.
what was that?
You started in his crotch, and then you came from an experience so...
I'm hitting him! This is why I just do this. Jesus Christ, what happened there?
Two-shot him.
That's not two-shotting, that's instantly destroying. I don't know what I did for that. Kill that one. And since I can infinitely fly... Infinite flight!
Apparently the birds can only shoot down.
Yeah, I think it's because they're throwing the rocks.
Those are rocks.
It's supposed to be. There we go, that killed you. Because you have to kill all the enemies in order to advance. And, oh no! I have Jeez, I'm just...
Why don't you just use missiles more often?
He doesn't have missiles in this game.
Or whatever that thing looks like. It looks like a missile.
It's... I don't know what it is. I'm calling it a magic shot.
Well, just use that more often. It deals.
Now notice
it deals
how,
the
like,
same
okay,
amount of
I'm supposed to be
damage.
going this way to do with that.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that my first time playing, or when I did my practice file.
And GG, you win.
GG! And just for the hell of it. And there's the switch!
Omega's done it. Let's move on.
I love... Whoa! And now something that actually only shows up for Shadow Story. This.
That's cool.
And it only shows up here. I don't know why. Why did they have this only appear here? Like, this is the mechanic that they had in Sonic Adventure 2 and in Sonic
Yeah.
Heroes. Why did they only have it here? They don't use it anymore after that section.
It probably was planned to be more of a big thing, but
Probably, but not
one
even...
of their many issues was the whole time constraint debacle and...
There's only so much I can forgive for time constraint, though.
Yeah, it's like they really started this project way too late.
Well, not just way
For
too
their-
late. They had so much stuff going on at the same time. At the same time, Sonic and the Secret Rings was being developed, as was Sonic Genesis, and Sonic Rivals, and Sonic Freerider. And Sonic Riders, not Freeriders.
Sonic and the Secret Rings is probably the best game out of all those.
No, Sonic Riders is.
Well, I don't know. I was never that big of a fan of the original Sonic Riders. The second one was better.
Also, were you playing with a new, with a Wii Motion Plus remote when playing Secret Rings?
No.
Because that game controls like ass, I'm sorry. That game controls like ass.
It was still fun. I still had fun with it.
You can have fun with it.
It was
Doesn't
like,
mean that it's not designed poorly. I can have fun with Superman.
The controls could have been better. I mean, like,
The only reason that...
I never ran it, like, unlike with this game, I never ran into too many control problems. Like, even if it doesn't control very well, it controlled well enough to play the game without too many issues.
This game didn't have that many control problems. I mean, you can control everything. It's how it's programmed is the problem. This game doesn't have control. Like, the controls do what they're supposed to do. It's the problem with the rest of the game that it doesn't interact with it correctly. And I mean,
Yeah, with, like, Secret Rings, you never ran into that problem.
no, I did at times.
I never did. The only thing that bugged me about Secret Rings is that I never told you that you had to do those secret levels. To
Okay,
get,
fuck those enemies.
Yeah. The only thing that bugged me was that, like, it never told you had to do those secret levels to get the rings.
That's what the problem is. It doesn't tell you which missions do give you the rings.
Yeah, I just ended up playing them all until I found out you had to play a certain amount and then the boss one would unlock.
Yeah.
And it's
But
like,
here's,
oh,
here's the
there's
thing,
a
like
boss.
I said, just because you have fun with it doesn't mean it's a good game. I can have fun with Superman. I had more fun with
It
Superman
was a
than Aquaman.
decent game. I mean, compared to this,
No, honestly, I will say that this game was a little bit better.
really?
Yes. I'm not joking.
I mean,
And Travis is the same way with me on that.
very interesting.
And I just noticed in that cutscene right there, there's a problem that Shadow has when he's running. He looks straight down at his shoes.
Yep.
I was expecting you sooner, as you must
And there's the yellow emerald. Still no clue on what the hell happened to the red one. Don't worry about it. We won't see it at all until the final story.
change your mind. Join me, Shadow.
I love how he keeps trying to change you to being evil. It's not gonna work. If it didn't work the first 2 times, it's not gonna work now.
Don't try to deceive.
I love how he has more bristly hair.
He seems to be gaining more bristly hair every single time we see him.
Crave destruction. Your
It's like Junior Trooper from Paper Mario. He gains more stuff on his appearance every time you see him. Only in this case, he's gaining more and more spines.
Shadow the Hedgehog. Truly a shame that you wish to go against me.
I now have Force Blast.
Also, why was this Chaos Emerald... Okay, if this Chaos Emerald was here in Dusty Desert, why didn't Eggman grab it sooner? Eggman was in here in the second act for Sonic.
I'll make sure you regret.
Why didn't he grab the emerald?
Because plot.
God damn it. So now we have Shadow's final boss, Defeat Mephiles, in which most of this boss fight is literally just going to be me. If I screw up, then it's going to take a lot longer, because you have to use Chaos Boost again.
Yeah. I know.
And since this game starts you off with 0 for the bar, we have to build it up.
I still really like this boss fight. This was my favorite one of all Shadows.
Well, what else does Shadow really have? He has the Iblis Tapeworm. He has the Iblis Tapeworm. He's got
Dog.
he's got the Egg Cerberus.
Well, in like the story, I like this one the most. I never really liked the egg one, the egg bosses. I didn't like Silver's bosses or Sonic bosses that much.
Hurry up and go into this so you can get the giant guys already. Go. I don't want to drown in darkness. There. Now give me the big guys so I can beat them up. And time to beat it up. And it's dead. It's not dead. It pounded on something. There's one I killed it. Oh, there's it. There it is. Let's beat him up. There we go. Now he's dead.
So you have to hit his eye, don't you?
I don't know what I have to hit. I just hit him. I just touch him and he eventually starts dying.
I'm pretty sure it's his eye.
I don't think it is, because I've had it before where I've just hit him in the body. You just have to hit him enough times and he eventually dies.
Maybe it's faster if you hit him in the eye.
Probably that's what it is. It's faster if you hit him in the eye, but I mean,
You missed him entirely.
and he's dead.
Yeah, see, he holds his eye when he goes down.
And yeah, it's just faster if he hits him in the eye.
It's like
Now I just need... Come on.
one more.
No, I think I need 2. I think I need at least 2 more.
You beat a 3 and you're about 75% of the way there.
True.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot faster if you hit him in the eye.
Yeah, it's faster if you hit him in the eye, but...
Wow, it is 2 more.
Yeah, I thought so. There we go. That takes care of him. 2 minutes in this boss fight. And... back to doing this again. Get over here. Now, this time, Mephiles will actually do certain things. So just... There we go. Just mash the X button when you get to him, really.
Yeah, what made this boss fight for me, though, was the final moment. I don't know, it just felt so... It just felt so worth it.
You're talking about the cutscene after this, right?
Not the cutscene. The cutscene was great, don't get me wrong. It was, like what you have to do to finish off this boss.
You mean just kick him?
Oh, no, you didn't even get to it. You skipped it.
Ha ha! That's 2 bosses I've cheesed!
Wow, you skipped it. You make me sad.
Ha ha!
You make me sad.
Are you gonna yell at me to do it again?
I want you to.
You're not the only one. And, I don't know if you saw my Iblis Phase 3. You know how he has the giant rock that he throws at you?
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be killed by that. You could throw a tiny rock at him. I killed him with the tiny rock.
Wow.
I made these bosses terrible. Yes, I'm doing my job.
You make me sad. His
Yes!
final moment where he makes the clones and you have to, like, homing your attack your way up to the original.
Oh, that one? I remember that one.
That's the final moment in that boss fight. It's supposed to be. He's supposed to have an invincibility frame, go up there, and you're not supposed to be able to touch him until you go up through all his clones.
Eh, well.
That's what made that boss fight epic. That's why I love that one compared to the other ones. God damn it,
I
Eric.
ruin bosses. I ruin bosses.
You make me sad.
I ruin bosses. Anyway, now we are actually done with Shadow's episode. So, last episode is unlocked. I will be doing that one later on.
He also does have the final best cutscene, though.
He actually, yeah, he does. The egg carrier one, though, Sonic, I will say Sonic's makes me laugh because he makes a funny face. Which I made the thumbnail of that video.
This is definitely the...
This is something that I question. Why didn't he just do that in the beginning? I know you're trying to make Mephiles think that he has a chance, but just do this at the beginning. The goo.
You know what should be put on Shadow's roster? He single-handedly defeated the devil. Straight up. Technically, his robot pal could do it too.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But Rouge couldn't do it.
Oh well, we gotta go back to the plaza and make a new one.
I love this part.
I love how he looks just right here.
I know, he looks so demented. He's twisting his body back into shape.
10 years ago, no longer does.
And then a Force Blast he could have easily used during the actual battle, and it would have been much more effective.
You could have done a lot of things during the battle that would have been a lot more effective. The problem is, Mephiles has a hubris.
It's called the plot and gameplay.
Fuck it. Oh great, we gave him 2 Chaos Emeralds. He clones himself during the boss fight. I, of course, didn't let him do it.
Yeah, well, technically you did. He does it once.
Yeah, he does it once when he does the 4 ones.
Yeah, the 4.
But here's the thing. You always are automatically locked onto the real one, so it doesn't matter.
Which is dumb.
So you say.
Omega, your head's kind of...
Futile. The world will betray you. Why fight at all? Why risk your life for those
And this
who
cutscene just makes me
persecute
question
you?
one thing. How does he talk? Why does that move?
The world chooses to become my enemy.
That's what it's not supposed to be.
Yes, I know, but just don't make it move. It just looks weird. Let's make it like Optimus
I
Prime.
love this, though. He removes his power limiters and just, like...
And do this at the beginning, goddammit. That's all I'm saying.
That fucking power blast. And hi, we're Rouge and Omega. We're here for fun.
I don't know what Omega's doing. Shadow just going in one direction. Omega could go into the other one and just start destroying things. Rouge would have to follow Shadow, though.
Yes.
She'd die. But that's Shadow's
If
story.
anything, Rouge should be flying him through it faster. Or something.
Probably, because Rouge flies faster than pretty much anyone runs in this game. And this pretty much takes care of Shadow's story. And I completely managed to shit all over this one.
Yeah, fuck you.
I am good at my job!
The most iconic boss battle in this game with the most iconic finishing. And you
No, I would say that the final boss for Phase 2 is probably the most iconic.
Phase 2.
Phase 2 in the last story.
Oh, I meant like...
You mean for like... in
Mine
the,
is final story. Mine is final story.
Okay.
Final story is... It's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But like out of the 3 main stories, that was the best.
True, it was the best final boss out of the 3 main stories. And I managed to shit on both Iblis and Mephiles. I'm
God.
doing my job.
What the fuck?
Dude, you should be scared when I get to Shadow the Hedgehog. I'll find ways to cheese those bosses to make any epic boss fight
Oh, are
scene.
you kidding me? I choose half the bosses in those games.
Yeah, I know.
I like the only like because most of the bosses in those games were in that game was shit. Only Doom was fun.
Which I still think it's stupid that you have to wait 10 fucking minutes until Eggman says, "Oh yeah, you're the real Shadow." Why do I have to wait 10 minutes? I could have gotten an A.
I know.
I could have gotten an A, you asshole. That's the one thing. But overall, that's Shadow's story. The only one of the characters who actually has plot significance out of any of the characters in this game is Shadow. The only one who actually knows what Mephiles is doing is Shadow.
To a degree.
To a degree, yeah.
He doesn't know he's going for the whole final story thing.
Well, I think
but
it's kind of...
because Mephiles doesn't say anything. He just knows that Mephiles is trying to take control, and the only way to do that is to gain more power. He doesn't know he can do what he does in Final Story.
I think though Silver knows that, because pretty much one of the things, since he's the brains, you would think like he would want to do that. But we'll say more about that on the Final Story. But overall, Shadow story, most plot significance, fuck the vehicle sections, fuck them. They control so awkwardly, and they control better in Shadow the Hedgehog than they do in this game, especially the motorcycle.
Once again, Sega should have planned this out better, just in general.
Sega should have done a lot of things better.
I mean, this game could have been amazing. They could have had all they wanted, but they needed the time, and they started...
I don't think even with the time...
No.
I don't even
Well,
think
at least with the time, they would have known what worked and what didn't. Instead, they didn't have enough time to test it properly.
Well, when it comes with the photorealism, though, they were going with that one strong from the beginning, so they were committed to the photorealism thing. So we were going to have Gold Nipple Eggman in the end, unfortunately. I think for this game, we were going to have Gold.
Even if that was going to be a thing no matter what, at least they would have, like, axed the things that wouldn't work.
Well,
or at least edit them so they're different and they do work. Like, the glider section works.
I like
the one
except for you know, the whole fact that he's holding on to air and the bar is behind his head.
Except for that, and I didn't even see that on the Xbox version.
It might have been just a porting issue because, Michael, this came out a good like 4 months after the
Xbox One.
Yeah, after the 360 one. So they didn't even, and this is the PS3, which had the cell architecture, so it was completely unknown. I'm surprised this thing even runs, to be quite honest. But yeah, pretty much after this, all that's left is Final Story. And then, I'm done with 06. And then it never goes in my PS3 again.
Except when you decide to play multiplayer to see how bad Silver is again.
No. No, we already have video documentation of that.
That's so funny. Silver, grab to win.
That's... no, what's worse is the fact that you managed to do it in Dusty Desert. When we were playing, you did that. You did that. And you held it for a long time.
Here, whoop! Fuck you.
Multiplayer is a whole nother thing. So really, all that's left is, you know, Final Story, and then I'm gonna be doing a little thing for Sonic when it comes to some of his town missions at the end.
Are you gonna do that thing Travis did on his stream?
Which one?
Where he glitched the hell out of a box mission?
Oh, no, yeah, I'm gonna be showing the glitches. Everyone knows the box glitch.
That was amazing.
I love the box glitch. That's great. But anyway, guys, we're gonna end it off right here. It's been Roxas 1359.
Mr. B, a Dragonite.
And I shot over Shadow Story with that final boss.
You're such a dick.
I know. See you guys next time. I love shitting over the fun.
Running things, hyperactive, instrumental in pulling strings. He is the one who understands when the tides will swing. So he's breaking down doors, never far away. Come on and psych yourself up, cause it's time to play. Bounce to the beats and the rhymes, cause they're here to stay. The one and only marathon man, living the day. Rolling up, coming fast, and they'll blow you away. Because the pressures of this world, they can take their toll, and it's